Kia ora, good morning and welcome everybody. G'day to our friends from Australia who have joined us early this morning. Hope you've all got a cup of coffee in hand and you're ready for another session with our Explore Central North Island webinar series. Today I'm really thrilled to be bringing the team from Taupo. We have Amanda joining us from Destination Great Lake Taupo, and then two operators from AJ Hackett Bungy, I should say, and the Hilton Lake Taupo. So most of you will know us through the Explore show. There's a lot of familiar faces on our guest list this morning, so welcome back to all of you. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself here, but just want a quick reminder of how much geography really that we cover in the North Island for Explore Central North Island. So 8 regions and 3 touring routes are covered in here, with lots of many New Zealand must-dos, including things like Hobbiton, Waitomo Caves. We've got Whakatane and Mount Maunganui, Hot Water Beach and Cathedral Cove of the Coromandel, including the beautiful and fantastic must-do drive of State Highway 35 around Tairapa Gisborne, the stunning wines and Art Deco of Napier, beautiful national parks of Ruapehu region, the stunning Lake Taupo district, and also the iconic tourism destination of Rotorua. So we cover a fair bit of ground really when you look at it like that. So please make sure you are including this part of the country. Grab an extra couple of days for your clients. There's some definite highlights in here that can be well accessed, ideally for self-drive customers, and we look forward to hosting them and sharing our part of the world with them, just like we do with our locals. This morning I've got the lovely Amanda West joining us from Destination Great Lake Taupo, and she's going to be bringing some guests with her, but I guess now's your moment, Amanda. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Vanessa, and good morning and welcome. It is a beautiful morning here in Taupo today. The sun is shining, the lake is nice and blue, and it looks like summer is definitely on its way. So I'm excited to see all of your faces. I am Amanda West, Industry Liaison and Partnerships Manager for Destination Great Lake Taupo. So I am probably a relatively new face for some of you that have been in the industry a little while. Today I've got with me Sonya from AJ Hackett Taupo Bungy and Samantha from Hilton Lake Taupo as well, that'll give you a quick couple of updates once I've finished. So obviously 2020 has brought about a number of changes, not just for Destination Great Lake Taupo, but a number of you, a number of our operators, and of course that's been felt worldwide. So I just wanted to let you know that the Taupo region, we are resilient here. We've got a number of operators that have tweaked products to be able to cater a little more for our domestic market at the moment. But we are basically back to where we were before. So everybody that was trade ready before the dreaded C word is trade ready again. So they are ready to see you. We are open 7 days here in Taupo. So what I'm going to do this morning is just give you a quick video, an overview of the Taupo region, and then take you through a PowerPoint presentation just highlighting some of our operators that are still operating in that trade space, as well as some of our local natural attractions as well. So I will just quickly start by sharing my screen. Also, if you've got any questions as we go through, feel free to pop them into the chat box and we'll come back to them at the end of the presentation.
Kau ki matanuku, kau ki matarangi, kau ki te whenua, hei whenua. Mau e kai te manawa o tauhou, tūana. I arrive with unknown land below me. I arrive with unknown skies above me. You have stolen the heart of the stranger.
Okay, I'm just going to check in there and hope that you can all see the PowerPoint that I've just brought up. So some of the operators that were just displayed in the video, we're going to cover off in the PowerPoint presentation as well. So I apologise to anyone who has visited the region or does know the region really well, but this is just a quick recap to let you know what we do have available here and that our operators are ready and waiting. So welcome to Taupo. Taupo is a beautiful region. We're located right in the heart of the North Island, halfway approximately between Auckland and Wellington, within a couple of hour drive of a number of major cities in New Zealand. So Hamilton, Napier, Hastings, Tauranga, Palmerston North, the Taranaki, and our friends just north in Rotorua. Sorry, so just really quickly, so New Zealand, we are situated New Zealand's largest lake. Our lake here in Taupo is approximately 616 square kilometres, or the size of the country of Singapore. So it's a super volcano formed by prehistoric eruption. These days it is home to crystal clear waters and more famous now for trout fishing, kayaking, cruising, basically anything water related that I'm going to cover off shortly. So Taupo town, largest in our region. So our regular population is around 25,000 people per year. Obviously the summer and holiday time that peaks for us here. A number of boutique shops, a great cafe culture, and plenty of things to do. Bungy on our southern shores of Lake Taupo is a mecca for basically anyone who loves the outdoors. Fishing, hiking, it's the gateway to the Tongariro National Park and perfect for anyone who just loves getting out in nature. To keep it simple, I'm just going to outline three of our natural attractions here in the Taupo region. First one, of course, is our Hooker Falls. So the mighty Hooker Falls, number one tourist attraction. So what makes this waterfall so special is not the height really at only 11 metres, but more the pure force of the water surging through. So it is the only exit point of Lake Taupo. The huge expanse of water we have on Lake Taupo is spilling through just a 9-metre gap. So around 220 litres of water every second, enough to fill an Olympic swimming pool every 8 seconds. It's obviously the start of the Waikato River, which flows another 425 kilometres north to the sea at Port Waikato, just south of Auckland. Second highlight is the Māori rock carvings. Sorry there. So these carvings stand a whopping 14 metres high, and they're so special in the fact that they're carved from stone. It's quite unique to Māori culture. Most carvings are done with wood, bone, or pounamu or greenstone. So these were carved by a traditional carver, Matahi Brightwell, and completed in 1979. So the carvings depict the face of Matahi's ancestor Ngāti who travelled to Aotearoa from Waikiki. There's a really beautiful story about the carvings and how they came to be on the Love Taupo website. We have that link available on lovetaupo.com if you wanted to head over and have a look. So today the carvings, they still stand tall. They are beautiful, full of history. They are only accessible by water, which makes them super unique. So there's several ways and several boats that you can take to get to the carvings. You can cruise on a catamaran, you can take a sailboat, we have our replica steamboat, private charter, or even by kayak. So a third natural attraction here in the Taupo region is, of course, our Tongariro National Park. New Zealand's first national park and home to 3 volcanoes. So Ruapehu is our highest mountain in the North Island at 2,800 metres, home to 3 ski fields that operate during the winter months. That's June through to about September. Ngāti our conial-shaped mountain, you probably know that one as Mount Doom from the Lord of the Rings movies. And just north of Ngāti is Mount Tongariro. So that's famous for our Tongariro Alpine crossing. One of the best day hikes in the world, a 20-kilometre hike. So it's suited for those who are fit and active, takes you past the Red Crater and the stunning Emerald Lakes that you can see here on my screen at the moment. So on a crystal clear day at the top of the crossing, you can see across to either coast. You can see mounts down to Mount Taranaki. If you're preferring shorter walks though, National Park has plenty to offer. We've got small tracks from just 15 kilometres 15 minutes to Gollum's Pool, 2 hours to do the Taranaki Falls track that you can see here, and plenty of short hikes within the Tongariro National Park. We also have plenty other activities in the region, so adrenaline relaxation. Adventure junkies, we have got New Zealand's highest water touch bungee with AJ Hackett that Sonya is going to fill you in on shortly. They also have a canyon swing here. So skydiving, we are the busiest drop zone in New Zealand at the moment. So Taupo Tandem Skydiving offers jumps from 18,500 feet on a, now this is the one, sorry, so 18,500 feet, that is the height of Everest. On a clear day, you can see to either coast, you can see the curvature of our planet, and it is just simply stunning jumping above Lake Taupo. On the southern end of the lake, we have our whitewater rafting. So we have 2 separate companies that use the Tongariro River. Grade 3 rapids for those that want a bit of adventure, or our lower grade 2 rapids for family folk, catering for anyone from 2 years right through. It wouldn't be a Taupo without jet boating. So here you can see Hooker Falls Jet, so iconic jet boat right up underneath the Hooker Falls and down to the Aratete Dam. So on the other side of Aratete Dam, we have Rapids Jet here. So Rapids Jet is the only jet boating company in New Zealand to operate on white water. And beautiful stories and a beautiful untouched section of the river that they operate on there as well. Just north of Taupo, we have got NZ River Jet. So this is more of a geothermal safari. You can see on my image there at the moment underneath a hot thermal waterfall. So it really is adventure out there with NZ River Jet. New Zealand's obviously famous, and especially the Central North Island region, for our healing thermal waters. Taupo's a perfect place to explore the geothermal power of the land. We also have 2 thermal pools. This one you can see right here is Wairaki Terraces. So this is an adult-only pool. Also a beautiful terrace walkway as well. And so again, thermal mineral pools, more suited to families. So we've got hydroscience and also children's area and spa treatments available also. We've also got our hidden spot, Otomiki Stream. So this is a free hot water spot. So right on the banks of the Waikato River, underneath a hot waterfall there. Still with geothermal, Oreki Karako is just north of Taupo on State Highway 1. So you take a boat across the river and explore bubbling mud pools, hot springs, and some of the silica terraces. So similar to that pink white terraces that used to be in Rotorua. Also Craters of the Moon, great walk with children, licensed and local, just 5 minutes north of Taupo. So here in Taupo, we're also world famous for our fishing. During lockdown, it actually provided some great growth, and we've had really, really good results in terms of trout fishing since. So you can fish by private charter. Some of our guides know all the best spots, the rivers, or even try raft fishing, which opened just a few days ago. Fly fishing down on the Tongariro River at the moment is also world class. So again, just in terms of domestic travellers, trout fishing on the Tongariro at the moment is just absolutely amazing. For our families, we have Hooker Prawn Park. So your children can fish for prawns. There's play areas. Just nearby, we've got Hooker Honey Hive. Now, Hooker Honey Hive have actually done a bit of, I don't want to use that P word, but pivoted during COVID, and they've got a brand new product that has just launched within the last 2 weeks. So beekeeping tours, that's also, I understand, trade ready, and they're open to taking bookings. So looking forward to a really busy summer season with their new product out there at Hooker Honey Hive. On the southern shores, we have Kurohi Horse Trek, so the only horse trekking available in the Taupo region. These guys down here, fantastic. They add a real cultural element to their tours, and just a beautiful, beautiful scenery as well, exploring the Tongariro region. Further north again as well, we have our scenic helicopter flights. So you can see a lot of the Taupo region. You can see the rock carvings, you can see the national park, you can see the lake, the Hooker Falls, almost all of that if you are time precious by air. So we have the float plane, helicopter, and also volcanic air flights in the national park as well. For those that like a little bit of adrenaline, we've got a V8, our motorsport park, Bruce-Buchanan Motorsport Park. So we've got go-karting, hot laps and V8s, you name it, they've got it out there at the racetrack. We also have 2 forest parks that flank the Taupo region. So we have the Puriora on one side with lots of beautiful little day hikes. This one here is the Rimu walk that you can see. Mount Tauhara, situated right in the heart of Taupo, just 5 minutes to the east. At the moment, beautiful views, exceptional views from the top of Mount Tauhara. In terms of mountain biking, we have hundreds of kilometres of cycle trail. We've got the Great Lake Trail that's been, or the Great Lake Pathway that's recently been upgraded in Taupo. Can be used for anything, running, biking. At the moment, head out to Craters of the Moon. Again, those trails out there are looking exceptional. We have trails further north, the Waikato River trails, or even south to the Turangi River and Tongariro River trails. In terms of accommodation, so we still have several backpacker hostels running in Taupo. We have a number of motels, apartment-style accommodation. As for hotels, we have a 4.5-star Millennium on the lake. We have our Wairaki Resort, and also Hilton Lake Taupo that Sam's going to give you a little rundown on shortly. All with delicious dining options here. We've also got the higher end of accommodation, so some beautiful glamping spots if you want a little romance or to get away from it all. So we've got a couple of new glamping options that have come available as well. One at the Southern Shores, it is actually, so it's high-end luxury fly in, fly out, and they are taking bookings at the moment also, as well as Tutuhi Dome and Cannock Glamping closer to Taupo. We also have a large number of bed and breakfasts. We have high-end luxury, as you can see here, right down to those who are catering for families at the moment. And in terms of luxury lodges, we have Cannock Manor, so for those who love golf, Poronui Lodge at the moment, Poronui Lodge at the moment, who is open for booking any day of the week and are busy most weekends. And of course, close to town, we have the amazing Hooker Lodge, open Thursday through Sunday at the moment, unless you're looking to book the entire property, but definitely still taking bookings and are busy from Thursday through to Sunday. Right on the edge, obviously Hooker Lodge, right on the edge of the Waikato River there. So just in summary, like Taupo is a stunning place, deep history, so many things to do. We have bounced back really, really well. We are as trade ready as we ever were before. So if you're planning a trip, especially to the Central North Island, make sure you set a few nights aside for the Taupo region and get in touch with any of our operators here at Destination Great Lake Taupo. Right now, I'm going to pass you over to Samantha Dick. So she's Head of Sales from Hilton Lake Taupo, just to give you a quick update on the accommodation sector and how they're tracking at the Hilton. I'll pass that over to you, Sam.
Thanks, Amanda. Good morning, everyone. I hope you are all well. So my name is Sam and I'm the sales manager at Hilton Lake Taupo. I just want to say we are certainly open for business. We have 113 room types, and we have some really great rates at the moment going for over Christmas and looking into the new year as well. We do have, as I said, 113 rooms with 10 different room types, and our rooms do start from 26 square metres right up to 313 square metres, which is our presidential suite, and it is incredible. Rooftop party, if anyone has anything like that they're wanting to book in, it's an amazing venue. One thing specific with our hotel is we're offering an event ready and clean stay program, and this is just making sure that all of our rooms are completely cleaned. Everything, no one else can go into the room after you have it's been cleaned, and so you're the first person to go into that room, so there's no bacteria, nothing in there, so it's all safe and very, very COVID friendly, I guess. Everything is sanitized completely, and the rooms have a event ready seal over them as well, so no one can get into the room. Along with our facilities on site, we have a resort style pool, so that has the sauna, the gym, that pool which can be swum in year round, which is amazing, and along with the gym also. If any of your people are wanting to do a private dinner or a function in Bistro Lago, we do have around 7 different function spaces. Some of them are set function spaces and others that we can create. We certainly love to get creative on site, so if you've got a couple that want to get engaged on site or anything like that, we can do unique venues for them, out in our garden overlooking the lake. Anything is possible, and our team here certainly love to step outside the box and create something completely different to what can be done before. As I mentioned, summer is looking really, really good. Hopefully the weather continues as what it is today. I'm looking out onto a beautiful blue lake from my desk. So we really hope to have you down here. And if there's anything else, got any questions, please just sing out. And I'll hand you over to Sonya.
Hi everyone, thanks a lot for joining us today for our Taupo webinar series. I'm Sonya, the North Island Territory Manager for AJ Hackett Bungy, based here in Taupo, and I'm looking forward to telling you a little bit about our activities here. So New Zealand is the world home of Bungy, with AJ Hackett inspiring people to awesomeness by doing things they never thought they could. The AJ Hackett brand is all about live more, fear less, inspiring people to challenge themselves, face their fears, and live life to the max. Offering a huge range of adventure experiences from soft to extreme adventures to suit all kinds of people. We know not everyone is necessarily into doing a bungee jump, but they might find a skywalk, a bridge climb, a swing, or a catapult as their own challenge. So essentially, the bungee pioneers AJ Hackett Bungy have got you covered. We are the originals. Our journey began back in 1988 and was fueled by one crazy thought, a huge dose of adrenaline, and one giant leap of faith. So over the last 30 plus years, the AJ Hackett company has expanded a lot. Since purchasing Taupo Bungy and Swing last year, we are now located in 3 cities, Auckland, Taupo and Queenstown, with 6 different locations and 13 activities to choose from. Safety is deeply embedded within the company culture, and we fiercely protect our impeccable safety record. We provide the perfect backdrop and expertise to give our customers the opportunity to push themselves by mustering the courage to do something that they will never ever forget, and safely. Operating since 1991, the Taupo Bungy and Swing site really is a picturesque haven for thrill seekers and spectators alike, overlooking the longest river in New Zealand, the Waikato. Look at that scenery. So this is the Waikato River. You can see running underneath our unique cantilever platform, which projects out from the cliff top. And I'll just show you a wee video here. So at 47 metres above the river, we are New Zealand's highest water touch bungee, which means jumpers can choose a water touch with their fingertips, a baptism, which is about halfway in the water, or go for the sole club, where all you see is the soles of their feet sticking out of the water. They are also more than welcome to opt for the high and dry jump, so they don't have to get wet if they don't want to. We offer solo and tandem jumps, which is 2 people jumping together, as well as body harness jumps where people can run and jump off the platform. For those jumpers keen to try something different, we have a huge catalogue of different jump styles: backwards reverse elevator, which is jumping feet first backwards, blindfolded, a handstand, somersaults, and plenty more. So jumpers just need to check with our jump masters and they will figure out a unique jump for them to do. So just a few need to knows on the bungee jump. Our minimum age is 10 years. Anyone 10 to 14 years requires an adult to accompany them to site. The minimum weight is 35 kilos and the maximum weight is 150 kilos per person, with the total maximum combined weight being 180 kgs for tandems. And also with the tandem jumps, there cannot be more than 30 kg difference between the 2 jumpers. So we've also got the Taupo Swing on site, which is a really fun ride. We found to be a great option for those that aren't into the head first bungee jumping thing. The swing is usually done in a seated position where customers have something to hold on to, which they tend to find quite comforting. Our crew also releases the swing, so customers don't have to do that either. They just need to let our guys know whether they want a surprise or a countdown. We'll pull the pin and away they go. So another little video here. The swing platform has been built just underneath of the bungee platform, so over the same stretch of crystal clear water, the Waikato River. Once the customers have their ticket, they'll go out to get harnessed and head down to the swing platform. We perform some safety checks, attach them and position them so they're dangling mid-air 44 metres above the river. Once released, they free fall towards the river, reaching speeds of up to 70 k's per hour, and then swoop up the other side in typical swing fashion. They'll swing a bit more and then slow down, which is when they can really take in the views while we bring them back up to the platform. So we have solo and tandem swing options available, but we do recommend this tandem because they go faster and higher. So a few need to knows, quite similar to the Bungy. In fact, the minimum age is 10 years. The minimum weight is slightly less, so it's 30 kgs. The maximum weights are the same, so 150 kgs per person or 180 kgs for tandems. So a few did you knows, with the bungee jump, you also get a authentic Taupo Bungy t-shirt with your jump and a certificate. With the swing, you get a Taupo swing cap and certificate. We also have a range of photo and video options that can be viewed after the jump or swing and prior to purchasing. We recommend participants wear comfortable clothing and secure footwear, as it's not very ideal if a shoe falls off and goes floating down the river. There's also a short scenic walk back to the top after the bungee jump, so it's good to be wearing shoes for that. There's no maximum age as long as people are fit and healthy. So our eldest bungee jumper in Taupo is a 92-year-old man, and a swinger was a lovely 94-year-old nana. We offer complimentary transport from anywhere within Taupo. We have a 10-seater van, so we're happy for customers to bring along their friends or spectators, or we can go and pick up groups, up to 10 people. With the bungee and the swing as well, we can operate both activities at the same time, so we can get through approximately 15 people on the bungee or the swing in 1 hour. Yeah, so just thought I'd mention that over summer we'll be operating both platforms at the same time, and for large groups we could also look at doing that as well. A few frequently asked questions: can I bungee naked? No, these have been rumours over the years that we allow naked jumps, which is not true. We're situated on council leased land, so it's not allowed, but it's also not a good look to be dangling upside down naked. Restrictions: we do have a number of medical conditions that we ask about prior to a person participating, which are discussed on a case-by-case basis. There is more information on our website on these, bungy.co.nz safety. We're open 7 days a week, and we start operating at 9:30 every morning and close from 4 o'clock in the winter and from 5 o'clock during summer. So from now onwards we're from 5 o'clock, and we're closed only on Christmas Day. Regarding parking, we've got heaps of free parking on site for buses, camper vans, cars, spaceships, anything you've got. Customers can use their own GoPros, but they must have the appropriate chest or wrist harness to make sure they're secured properly. And once people have their tickets for the bungee and swing, they're not refundable or transferable. So when people get nervous on the edge, they cannot get a refund if they back out. The good news is our crew are awesome at helping out people face their fears, and less than 1% of people actually chicken out. In Taupo, we have a large courtyard and covered deck area which overlooks the stunning views of the river with both the bungee and swing platforms. So it's here we can cater to groups for team building, incentives or education. There's a lot of possibilities in terms of catering and entertainment options, so if you're interested in putting together a unique experience for any kind of group, then please make contact by emailing groups@bungy.co.nz. We also have a corporate brochure available which explains each venue at each of our sites in more detail for you. We also have a large number of trade resources available, such as our trade manual, brochures, images, videos, etc. You can look on our website, bungy.co.nz/trade, and if you can't find what you're looking for, don't hesitate to contact me directly at Sonya@bungy.co.nz. So just leaving you with a final thought today. As Amanda said, Taupo is most definitely open for business and has everything. We have such a huge array of activities and attractions to suit everyone, from mountain biking, golf, jet boating, skydiving, fishing, hot pools, spas and everything in between. And located in the centre of the North Island makes it a super easy trip for most New Zealanders to visit us, so hopefully you will send them our way. Thanks for listening, and if you've got any questions, pop them into the chat box. And back to you, Amanda.
Awesome. I think if you just stop sharing your screen there, Sonya. There we go. Thank you both to Sam and Sonya for the update. So I have just popped my contact details in the chat there, but yeah, as Sonya just covered, we've got everything here, not only in the Taupo region, but the Central North Island. So we are trade ready and ready to help. We want to see as many people travelling through our region as possible. So I've put my contact details in there. Head along to lovetaupo.com as well. So all of the links are on our website, links to all of our operators. Otherwise, feel free to contact me directly and I can get you in touch with those that we need to get you connected with. I'm not seeing too many more questions coming through other than contact details. Had anything, Vanessa?
No, you've got some trade sheets which outlines a lot of the products that you talked about this morning with their contact details and things. Is that right?
Yep, all available through the website. So I'll make sure when the recording is put up that we've got the link to all of those pages for you as well, so that you can sort through them if you need to. Yeah, alternatively, just come back to us and we will definitely get you in touch with the right people.
Look, that's fantastic, and I'll make sure that there's a link right next to the recording so people can see that that's all there ready to go. Hey, thanks so much for that. Thank you to Sam. Thank you to Sonya. Sonya, I'm not so sure about the 94-year-old swinger, but there you go. But we'll kick on. Thanks to the team from Taupo. Great to see you're open and ready for action. So we've links to all this webinar series, which is going to be great for onboarding staff, or if you've got team that are on reduced hours. Might be that you run some training sessions in your lunch rooms once you start to onboard your staff again, and you can pick up and use these webinars freely as you wish. We've also got another online resource that's coming up with an online operator library of updates from trade ready operators. Our webinar series continues on Monday with the lovely Lou Baddeley from Rotorua. She's going to be joined by a number of her key operators, including Polynesian Spa, Tapuia, Rotorua Canopy Tours and Skyline Rotorua. So that'll be a great session. I know a lot of you will really enjoy Lou's energy, and you'll be able to see what's happening in Rotorua. There's definitely lots of news from that part of our world. Following Monday is the last ECNI webinar in the series for the Coromandel, and Lynette Day will be joining us for that session. Again, 10:30 a.m. New Zealand time will be kicking off, and we'll also be recording and uploading all of those recordings onto our website. So it's ka kite from us. I wish you all well. I hope you have a good Friday. I hope you have a great weekend and a bit of a break. And I commend you on your investing in some time and your learning and your knowledge today. So thank you so much for joining us.